kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tell me, boy.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
We back.
We're fucking back. That is right. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast, the best fucking show in the fucking planet. I am your humble host, Trebles, Garcia, and joining me is the best co-host on the fucking planet, Darth Vader in fucking South, Professor fucking STD himself, Big Tank. Salute, my boy.
Salute, my brother. What's good? How you been, big dog?
Dog, I'm doing good, bro. You know, getting through these fucking days, dropping these fucking new hot episodes for our fucking Probe Nation, the Probers, the best fucking show with the best content for the best fucking listener. I forgot to say that. I'm here. Well, I'm alive. I'm active. And I have to be honest with you, this fucking research has me fascinated by the person that we're going to be talking about today. But right before we jump into anything, Big Tank, connect the randomizing machine and give me the listener of the...
Randomizing machine, do your thing.
Paranoid Radio.
Listen to that baby purr. Big Tank, who do we have?
Straight off the IG page, conspiracy underscore miss, massive salute, shout out. This episode goes out to you.
That is right, conspiracy underscore miss. Another hot freaking conspiracy smoke show in the fucking house. Thank you so fucking much. This episode goes out to you. It's Bird. It's Plane. Nope, it's Paranoid Radio. Make sure you check us out and drop 5-star reviews. Big Tank, what is happening?
What is happening? You guys know the deal. This is what is happening. I'm gonna give you guys 2 stories, and I want you guys 2 cents from my 2 cents, and we deposit that binge to the bank of knowledge.
Ooh, the bank of knowledge.
So, as of so forth, World War III hasn't come into full effect. But let's catch you up on what is going on on the other side. Okay?
Look at Big Time making those fucking mainstream media news outlet moves.
Believe it. Okay, my people. So let's catch you up. It's been roughly about 16 days since a quote-unquote war started, or the hostile takeover, however you want to put it. And let's break it down.
All right.
Russians' money is basically worthless at this point. A penny holds more value here than over there.
I don't know how the fuck they're getting through.
So, from my people, hey, any mogul millionaires out there, hey, y'all want to move out? Cheap as fuck. Go get that 10-room mansion over there, freezing in the snow, but get your asses over there.
I would not recommend you guys, Americans, to move into Russia right now. Do not do that. That is not recommended by Paranoid Radio Podcast.
Well, let me tell you what's going on. Okay. Every fast food chain is shut down. McDonald's has shut down thousands of McDonald's all the way around.
33 years.
Exactly. Sony, the provider PlayStation, is no longer selling anything over there.
Wow, they're boycotting, huh?
Yes, a lot of companies are boycotting it. Which is, if you live in California, you've seen the inflation of of gas going up
again. $6 fucking a gas tank. I mean, a fucking gallon. I'm fucking done with fucking California.
Hey, all I'm gonna say for the people flexing, them designers, and y'all complaining about $6 gas, shut the fuck up. That shit fake then.
Word. Say it again and say that a little louder, please.
Hey, don't y'all forget it, alright? Don't y'all forget it. For all the people flexing, I got designer this, I got Louis that, I got Gucci this, Gucci flip flop, Gucci side, Gucci wallet, whatever you want to call it.
More like Gucci, more like fake Gucci.
Seriously, y'all better not be complaining about gas, because if you guys complain, all that's telling me that you rocking that fake LA Stanty Alley, fake boo boo shit. Straight up.
Big Tank, are those just 2 stories or what?
That was my recap. Today we're only having one because we got a big, massive story. So on to normal broadcasting.
That is right, Big Tank. And he is now officially the brand new creator, soul motherfucking manifestationer, whatever, manifestator of the fucking official slogan of Paranoid Radio Podcast. Practice your kiss, people. Simple, stupid. Wah, wah, wah. I need to get some fucking sound effects.
Believe that. That is the new motto. Y'all know the motto. It's KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. That is right. Now, everybody, we're about to keep it simple, stupid. I'm going to jump from the deep end of the pool and set the fucking mood. Because today we have an amazing, grandful fucking episode. Today we're going to be talking about the one and only, but not always horny and fucking corny, Charles Manson. That is right.
That
Charlie,
actually
everybody.
fits him right. That actually fits him really
I was
good,
thinking about
believe
that.
it or not.
You know what?
Okay.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I guess like I told you in the beginning of the fucking show, I am fascinated, not by him, but I'm fascinated with his fucking failure. This guy was beyond us. And let me fucking, I always like to do, drop a little fucking introduction to the topic. This is a story of tragedy in our reality. Charles Manson went from talented singer to musician to songwriter to cult leader and strategic proxy murderer, fascinating the world in his new age dogmas, court hearings, and sick, twisted visions. It is truly mind-boggling to imagine how far Manson could have gone if with his music, if his talent wasn't trumped by his ego. Having super famous rock stars cover his music and cult followers subscribing to his teachings every fucking year, Charles Manson will be a character to live on for a very long fucking time. That is right. Now, Big Tank, I want you to come in and drop some hardcore fucking facts. Charles Manson. When was he born?
So first of all, Charles Miles Manson. Okay.
Charles Willis Manson.
Miles. Check your facts. No.
He changed it after to Charles Willis Manson because he believed he was Jesus. He went through like a little era where he thought he was Jesus, and he said Charles Willis Manson. If you start fucking cutting the syllables, it cut off to Charles Will is man's son, like Jesus, the son of man. So Charles Willis Manson. He changed it after, like almost before towards
I'm gonna say
his
his government name. Born November 12, 1934, died November 19, 2017 at the age of 83.
Yep.
Yeah, you tripping me out. You tripping me out.
Tripping you out. Do you even know? This guy, there's a lot to the story behind the man. And honestly, people look at him as not only a con artist or a scam artist or even a freaking a hallucinogenic freaking murderer or proxy murderer, like I said earlier. But this guy, you have to cut him. He was operating on a different fucking spectrum. And I'm not trying to glorify this guy here, but I'm going to fucking tell you my 2 cents. And obviously, you're free to do the research yourself and bring in your 2 cents to the bank of knowledge. Guys, Charles Manson, artist, bro. This guy not only manipulated himself, but was a master manipulator of minds, specifically women. That is right.
So, let's be honest about it. I'm gonna say he preyed on weak-willed.
He said that himself. He said that himself. He said that he would pick up people that were randomly lost in the street. Remember, he was coming up in the hippie era. When he came up and he was already in his late 20s, it was the booming of the hippie era and the gay movement in San Francisco. So he moved to San Francisco. That's where he started his cult. The cult was called the Manson family, born and raised in San Francisco, and he would collect not homeless, but what you would call troubled teens, specifically women.
So how can you call him a massive manipulator if you're picking off the easy?
Because check this out, dude. The way he would speak to you, I'm going to tell like what I was explaining to a lot of people at work when we were chatting about this earlier. The guy was a manipulator because even in his interviews, I searched him up for over 8 hours in the past week, just looking at the way he would speak back. In every single fucking interview, he would speak like a modern age fucking spiritual guru. He would talk to you in a manner where he will make you second think everything you're saying. For example, right? Just quick facts. He would fucking say that he was out of this world, that he would live in this fucking field, in this plane of physical reality, and he will put up a show with the faces and the screaming and the talking and I guess the manipulating of the people, but his mind would live in a spiritual realm nobody would even fathom. And on top of that, he was always saying about, I am a reflection of you. In fact, this guy was fucking around with hallucinogenics, magic mushrooms, LSD, and he would even speak about LSD and mushrooms, how Reiki healers and all these gurus and shamans speak about these strategic fucking drugs that the government used in many areas for MK Ultra. He will talk about them in the way that they talk about now, how they are a gift from the universe and they bring you wisdom. They expand your mind. And technically, that is what they use them for now. You get what I'm saying? He was ahead of his time, fool. In fact, Helter Skelter, which was basically the gospel he spoke about, how the end of the world would come, he was influenced by a lot by the Beatles. And on top of that, he was also a songwriter. And two of his songs, not only two, but a lot of the songs were covered. And the top two songs that were covered were, one of them was covered by Marilyn Manson, and the other one was covered by Guns N' Roses. So I mean, he was operating, his mind at least was operating on a different spectrum. The only thing he was caught up with his ego up, and that's kind of what fucking took him to a dark path.
Yeah, okay, I do agree with you a lot. If you've checked out any of his documentaries, you see he looks out of this world. He really does. Even when he was locked up in prison, he did various interviews, and you could almost say he wasn't fully there from the long effect of the drugs. Okay, so
yeah, he all cognitive. He was out of here.
Yeah, 110%. I'm behind you on that, 110%. I will give him that he was able to create this mass following known as the Manson family, and people went crazy over it. People were literally lining up to join the Manson family.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the murderers, bro, because he is a mass murderer. Yeah, he even says it. I don't have to kill nobody. I just think it, and they do it for me. Literally, that's what happened. But the thing is that they had to blame him for it because he didn't only manipulate these underage women, but he was also technically fucking having them orgies with minors and then having them go kill because of his visions. You get what I'm saying, right? They killed almost 30. They were involved in almost 35 murders.
Involved in 35, but he was only charged for 9 counts and 1 conspiracy to commit murder.
Exactly.
So, allegedly, this is all allegedly, there's over of 10 of his children. Legally, he only holds 2 that follow the name. But it is projected to be over 10 children he had fathered. And this is because they had a regular mass ritual set up throughout where they would just have these wild-ass orgies. But guess what? Only he was allowed to come inside the women.
Oh, that sounds a little bit some Aleister Crowley shit. Aleister Crowley was doing sex magic. Remember that? Where he was fucking, with the juices and other people's juices and making specific fucking rituals. It seems to be that this guy was opening portals in women.
So believe it or not, I must say they're 2 peas of a very similar pod.
Yeah, and quite honestly, they had to be plagued with gonorrhea. Hey, dude, hashtag look it up. That's actually a fact. Hashtag búscalo.
Hashtag búscalo. Believe it. Okay, so let's actually focus, just like you said, on the deaths. Okay, so the way he went about it is he would say God would speak to him, say this person no longer belongs in the circle. But he had the whole mentality that nobody else can know about the circle. So guess what? You have to die. You served a purpose, and that was it.
Absolutely. He was, and honestly, like Helter Skelter was based like his gospel to like the end of the world and how he was gonna be the next prophet and the owner of the world, whatever.
The doomsday and everything. Yeah,
exactly. He fucking picked it up and he merged it with a race war. And how he was going to take over. The race war, I guess the blacks were going to kill the whites, and then he was going to rule all over the blacks as like the one true leader, right? And that he believed it so hard, and then his followers started believing it so hard. Obviously, he had to use the fucking drugs to manipulate them also. But at what point and at what cost would you kill to be part of this group, bro? I honestly think there was some type of magic rituals in there. He did not either. He hypnotized them himself because he does have. There's also fucking stories where. Yeah, he really harsh there, and on top of that, he practiced voodoo in jail. In the last 6 years in the joint, he practiced voodoo, and I'm gonna tell you something, dude. There was guards that committed suicide. I say suicided because they never found the murder. They committed suicide, and then one of his lawyers that betrayed him during the fucking first trials He told the lawyer, I don't ever want to see you here in this fucking courtroom again. And a week after, the lawyer went to a fucking camping trip and was never found again. And
Yes.
that was one of the fucking cases that was never solved.
Yes.
And that sounds fucking fishy as fuck.
So not only that, he reached out to a random girl,
Mhm,
a random 26-year-old girl,
mhm.
and guess what? He got engaged
He
while
did.
he was imprisoned.
She was too. Yep, I remember that.
Yes, yes.
He wanted to
So
glorify
her,
his body after too. That's why he got married.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So they never approved any conjugal visits on
Hmm.
record that we know of, but he was trying to have one final heir.
Hmm.
That was his thing. If you guys hashtag go look this up, he was trying to have one final heir because, quote unquote, the Lord was telling him that his time was coming to an end. He
Hmm.
wasn't gonna be able to anything else. So this final heir was gonna lead him through everything.
Absolutely. Now, quick fucking facts. I want to drop this shit. He had a real rough childhood, bro. I mean, every serial killer that we have spoken about on this fucking on this podcast, they do come fucking rough. They come up really bad. This dude had a prostitute for a mom, and when he was 22, he had spent 12 years already in juvie. Half of his life was in fucking juvie by the time he's in 22. In juvie, in all school for boys, in a correctional for boys, he was gang raped by older boys. And then he beat one of the boys, the main leader, with an iron fucking bat. Yeah, dude. And after that, they took him into another fucking penitentiary where he spent another 6 years, where he reading books to self-improve himself and become a master manipulator. He was a self-taught Hitler. Dude, I don't even know how to tell you this. Like, I don't want to make him sound so fucking cool, but this guy has some fucking like he has some ambition, man. This is like imagine what he would have been if he would have been on the good side of terms, on the good side of society. And he even says that himself.
So yes,
Mhm,
you are 100% right, my people. Hashtag go look this up.
mhm,
He believed that he was able to tap into his past life and to his future life coming in.
mhm,
So
mhm,
he got to the point where he basically said in one of the books, in one of the interviews, where
mhm.
he basically says the reason I've been able to be this good is because I end up, as time progresses, I end up reliving my old life and its tricks I've already taught myself. So
Yeah.
he says this life didn't work out. In
Mhm.
the next one, I shall be even greater. He would remember, well, quote unquote, he would quote unquote remember certain parts of previous life, and that's how he would
This is
progress
funny.
himself.
This is funny. This is funny. There is real stories still to this day. I remember. I think you're the one that told me about the story where a boy was born with a scar, like not a scar, but like a beauty mark on his head. Basically, like it looked like a straight line on his head. And the boy, once he got older, he started saying that in his previous life he was murdered, and then as the time progressed, he took the cops because the story kept on going. He took the cops to where his murder had had buried him, hiding the body of his previous self. And then they
Yes.
pulled out the body, and his head had an axe fucking in it. Like, it's fucking weird, like a reincarnation of the person. This has happened. Hashtag buscalo. This
So
is real shit. So it's
see,
kind of like,
okay,
fuck.
what's the difference between Charles Manson and any day politician? There is none. The only thing is he got caught and he pursued to live that life. Who are some
Mm.
of the best liars in this world? Politicians.
Politicians.
Politicians. Okay,
Mhm,
so who's to say, and that's only if you believe in this,
mhm,
next he comes,
mhm,
he's not a president?
mhm, mhm,
Who's to say that? Let's be honest about it.
mhm.
If it is true.
It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane how he would speak about being again, I guess, in a higher level of consciousness, and now all this, it's hip, now it's new, now it's here, and it's normalized to be in a higher level of consciousness, or out of the matrix, or spiritually in tune on a higher vibration or frequency, etc., etc. Whatever you want to
It's
be connected to,
all on
source,
how you
God,
phrase it.
yes, but now it's normalized, and back then it was looked upon as this guy is fucking crazy. But in all reality, he was just probably ahead of his fucking time. Even the Beatles, dog. I'm gonna tell you something. There's album covers of the Beatles that were never released because they were ahead of their time. And that is true. Hashtag buscalo, like we say. Look it up. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous because there's conspiracies behind the Beatles too, where one of the lead singers was replaced by a clone. So there's other shit out the deep holes, right? But it's definitely something that you want to go look up to, guys. Look, Charles Manson, however, was sick in the head. He did use his power, his talent for evil when he could have used it for good. And he wasn't the greatest leader in the world, and unfortunately he took the wrong path and he died in that path. He fucking died on that hill. I can only stop and wonder now, where would these men, for example, Mussolini, fucking Hitler, fucking Da Vinci, Aleister Crowley, the people that had these fucking powers, these mental abilities to perform at higher frequencies, or even fucking manipulate or be able to push people to become better or worse, people that have that strength and talent with their linguistic fucking tones and shit, where would they be today if they didn't take the egotistical path? And that dude, I mean, fuck, bro. It's very weird, and it's very rare to find somebody that uses their powers for good. To be quite honest,
and that is true. So, my people, believe it or not, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Absolutely. I think we're definitely gonna have a part 2 in the near future.
He was a pimp.
Hey, Pimp Hamill Strong.
No. He was a pimp before he went into jail. Before even his cult. He went to jail for like petty crimes. He was stealing cars. He would pimp out fucking poor girls. And then, yeah, dude, this guy, he had it all. He was a fucking criminal at heart. He even said that shit. The streets are my home, he said. He would say that shit, bro.
Hey, I guess he was home all the time.
He had a big ass house. Well, bro, this is fucking Meet Charlie, a fucking episode of Charles Manson, a serial fucking killer, manipulator, and cult leader. Big Tank, please give us your fucking 2 cents and lead them out.
I think it's on the eye of the beholder, like we said. Mm-hmm. They focused a certain narrative on them. Mm-hmm. But if you've seen future day politicians or old politicians and leaders, mm-hmm. there isn't much difference.
Absolutely.
It's on how you see it. Mm-hmm. So catch me at eknat.626. Once again, eknat.626. Hit me up. How you guys feeling this? Are you guys not? I'm definitely feeling. I'm thinking we're definitely gonna have a part 2. Mm-hmm. Hit me up, slide in DMs if you guys want to be a part of the show. We are more than gladly to bring anybody on that
special
wants to
guest,
give that wants to give these 2 cents. So best believe it. And if you just want to talk shit, I am your local professor with that STD, that shit talking degree.
Ooh, that is right. You can find me at Trebles Garcia, Trebles Garcia on all social media platforms. Guys, make sure you check us out at paranoidradio.com, paranoidradio.com. Drop a 5-star review on any of the podcast platforms. Wherever the fuck you get your podcast, make sure you drop a 5-star review. It helps everybody find us and gives us more motivation to keep pumping these fucking episodes out every single fucking week. Big Tank, I want to thank you so fucking much for being here, being my fucking co-host, the best co-host on the fucking planet. Don't you ever fucking forget that. And catch you guys next time.
Till the next time.